live by yourself. Say hi to the internet.
Hello, internet. We're not going to do this whole I have to talk to people, right?
Oh, that was great. Anyways, all right. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Stephen Korka.
I used to pay strippers to hit me.
Really? But what? You know, that's actually true because I have been to the strip club with Juan, and that is a true statement. If you go to the strip club with Juan ever, he wants a girl that is going to hurt him.
Yes.
All right, well, this is Juan Farach. I'm Stephen Korka. Welcome to another edition of Atomic Pop featuring Fat Man and Little Boy. It's Friday. We're doing this on a different day.
Yeah.
We didn't do it early in the... Why didn't we do it earlier this week?
You've been really busy.
Have I been really busy? It's possible. Anyways, Juan has no idea what we're even going to talk about.
I have no idea. I thought we were going to talk about the NFL today.
No, we're not talking about the NFL. That's a different show, different time, different subject. We're here to talk about all things comic books. We are a comic book store, in case you guys didn't know. We're located on 107th and 8th Street, our store in Miami. We have another store in Pembroke Pines. This is both in Florida, and that's on Pines Boulevard, just east of University Drive. And, you know... comics are doing some amazing things right now, Wanski. What do you say?
Well, I read a lot. I don't know. Some.
Look, if you guys know me or Juan or anyone else that works at either of the stores, I really am the one that reads these comics. Everyone else kind of just bullshits their way through. You know,
I read the indie comics.
Even Batsy. Batsy swears he reads, but he doesn't. He bullshits his way through. You know, it depends. He was reading Star Wars for a little bit. Now he's reading Wonder Woman a lot. I heard.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, anyways, what
burrito.
Wow.
You George Bushed it there.
I know. That George Bushed it. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but that's all right because, you know, he'll clean it up, not me. Anyways, so let's talk about comic books. I know a lot. I know everything about DC and Marvel. For the most part, I do a lot of reading. I don't read any indie books. Do you? I know you used to read indie books.
I still read indie books.
Are you still current?
Yeah, I'm current.
All right. Well, before we get into the big publishers, tell us what's going on in the indie world because I don't know dick other than what's coming out. But I have no idea what the good story is, the bad story. Speaking of, this is gonna be filled with spoilers. If you guys haven't read this stuff we're gonna talk about, even Juan hasn't read some of it. I'm about to spoil it for him. But and we curse a lot too. So sorry, kids. It's rated R. Mm-hmm. Go on.
Well, you know, the usual Image titles are still good. The ones that I've always liked are still good. East to West, Saga, Killer Be Killed is really good. Dark Ark's the new book that's out and sold out. It's basically about an evil Noah's Ark. So when Noah had to make his ark, another ark was commissioned to carry all the fucked up shit.
That's supposed really to be washed away by the water.
No, but this is the events that happen on the evil ark. Baby Teeth, which is about a girl that gives birth to the Antichrist, is pretty good. It's written by Donny Cates, who's going to be jumping on Doctor Strange. Redlands, which is actually about a witch that lives in the Redlands.
Okay.
That's written by a South Florida native, so those of you that want to support local artists, she's someone that made it. This book is done on Image, and it's very good as well.
Have you actually read these books?
Yes.
Okay, and you're current with them?
Yep.
What about Snot Girl? I know a lot of people are subscribed to that. And actually, Taylor over at our Pine store, it's her favorite book.
I'm not pretentious enough to read it.
I don't even know what it's about.
I don't know, man. If I was maybe like a teenage girl, I might like it. But
like Taylor?
Probably.
Okay. Taylor works at our Pine store, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to go stalk her. So, yeah, what else? What about Walking Dead? I don't even think that's an indie book. I wouldn't even call that an indie book anymore. Would you?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, it gets more subscribers than a lot of Marvel and DC books.
No, it's one of the top. It's one of the top subscribed books. At our location.
So I mean, you can't really call Image an indie company anymore either, though, right?
I would because you know, Marvel and DC they make their money off of their core characters that have been around for 50 plus years at the end of the day.
Right.
Image is constantly pumping out new stuff. Their core characters, they rarely invest in. I mean, what, Spawn's still running and Savage Dragon's still running.
Right.
They just relaunched Youngblood, and that's really it. You know, we're not seeing Cyberforce or
But the most talked about books and the most relevant books right now are from Image as a company.
That's debatable.
if you look
That's
this year,
debatable. I
you had
wouldn't say
Seven to Eternity, right? That came out this year. It's already the issue one's a $70 book, and I'm not saying that just because it's expensive it determines its quality, but there's so much demand for it, and it's so noticeable that an issue will run you $70, and it's with no characters. There's not a movie. They're never gonna make a movie about it.
Yeah.
So, God Country also is a $40 book. Baby Teeth Dark Ark sold out. So all these indie books are constantly selling out to the point where I don't believe that Image is in an indie comic.
I guess
company.
I guess you could say that, but they're definitely.
It's like what Valiant was in like the 90s.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But Valiant was doing pretty good in that.
Yeah, and Valiant could have eventually overtaken DC, but they just.
Speaking of Valiant makes great books to this day.
Yeah.
Their writers are great. Their artists are great. They just relaunched Exo Manowar. It's been great. It takes place on an alien planet. I actually read a couple issues. They're getting ready to relaunch Ninjak, which is a very popular title for the publisher. So give Valiant a chance, people.
Now they're going to be making movies out of all these characters now, so that's probably going to.
They're making a Ninjak movie, I think.
Right, and I think a Bloodshot they're going to do as well.
Yes, a Bloodshot. Yeah. So, and don't get me wrong, they're all kind of spin-offs of Marvel or DC characters. I mean, Bloodshot's obviously your kind of Punisher. Right. Ninjak is kind of your mercenary ninja dude. Exo Manowar is kind of your Iron Man, but not. Right. But still, it's good. Valiant definitely is a good publisher that underrated. Yes. Underrated, undersubscribed, but really good stuff. If you want good, solid reads, read that. Harbinger is great. Quantum of Woody is like a Deadpool.
Yeah, Archer and Armstrong is really good
Archer
too.
and Armstrong's great. Eternal Warrior. I mean, we can go on and on. Faith is pretty popular.
Faith actually has gone really popular.
Yeah, Faith is the first plus size superhero that's like has their own title, I think, and it's a girl on top of that.
Right.
Yeah, and she's a spinoff from Harbinger. What about Boom? Boom's they got Power Rangers under their belt, Planet of the Apes, Big Trouble in Little China.
I mean,
Escape from New York. Those are the properties they're working with.
It's a lot of stuff that I don't
RoboCop.
care to keep reading.
Dark Horse has been hanging in there for a long time. They are like the original indie people,
right? Yeah.
And they're struggling. The only books that I see coming out of Dark Horse nowadays are stuff by the Hellboy guy, Mike Mignola,
right.
And he does BPRD as well. And then you got the Alien, Predator, Prometheus stuff.
That's it.
And Judge Dredd. Yeah, and actually Judge Dredd isn't even Dark Horse. It went over to IDW, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of IDW,
they're also doing like movie properties, cartoon properties,
Hasbro,
a lot of cartoon
Hasbro.
stuff.
They got all the Hasbro stuff. Transformers, G.I. Joe, ROM.
Yeah, but they
Mask,
do like My Little Pony, all the cartoons.
Little Pony.
Yeah.
For some reason, they got Disney books too. Uncle Scrooge, Mickey Mouse, and
how does that work?
I don't know how.
And they got a Star Wars.
They got
book.
a Star Wars cartoon book.
Star Wars Adventures.
I don't know how Marvel didn't drop the ball on that one, but whatever. Aftershock is gaining some,
Aftershock's doing really well. They're the ones that did our Dark Ark.
Yeah, I've never read one book, and they only have a few titles out, but people are talking about it. There's also Dynamite that's hanging in there. They got Shadow, Vampirella, Kiss, Red Sonja,
a lot of garbage.
Green Hornet.
I don't know how they stay alive.
Bionic
They
Woman.
should just close.
There's Titan.
Sheena. Who cares about Sheena?
Titan.
Like, seriously.
Titan is they got the Doctor Who property. That's probably their saving grace.
That's what's holding them.
But they got Assassin's Creed. They got Warhammer also.
Who cares? No one cares. Black Mask has actually also gotten pretty popular.
Black Mask has gotten popular.
They're basically for all you liberals who want to destroy America. That's probably a good company for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also Joe Books, which has been popular for the kids. If kids are looking for books, they got the Disney Princess, a couple other
Frozen,
cartoon Frozen, yeah. Xenoscope, which has been around for quite some time, is basically your softcore porn.
No, only the covers, because then the inside, the art changes.
Does it
normal.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, nobody even gets that shit anymore.
Yeah, and it's all based around the popularity of one book called Grim Fairy Tales, which is basically
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time before.
But the comic book came first before the show.
Right.
I mean, listen, they got a great property. They got a great idea. I just, they're not doing what they can with it. They got Wizard of Oz. They got Van Helsing. There's so much cool shit you could do with that. And instead, they're just more focused on doing, illustrations of pinups.
There's a lot of comics and just not a lot of quality writers.
Yeah.
which is the problem for a lot of these companies.
And then we have is it Oni or Oni?
Oni Press. Yeah.
Oni Press, which they got Invader Zim and Rick and Morty. That's probably their.
They got a few good indie books. Like The Bunker was really, really good.
Yeah. And then aside from that, I mean, that's really it for the indie publishers. I mean, there's a bunch of other smaller ones that we're not mentioning, of course, too. But like the bigger of the bunch, Archie Comics, of course, Aspen, if you want to go there, Avatar, which does Uber, and whatever that other crap is. So again, I'm not really big in the indie stuff. It's not because I don't want to check it out. It's just I'm trying to read as much Marvel and DC as possible.
Yeah.
And they literally have like 40 plus titles.
Yeah, someone has
month.
to because it's garbage.
It's not that. I disagree with you. It's good stuff. So let's move into the bigger stuff. Let's since we were on the indie kick, Vertigo is from DC as well as Young Animal, which that's considered their indie stuff.
Yeah. And Icon from Marvel, correct?
Icon from Marvel, even though Icon really hasn't done.
They haven't done anything in a minute.
It was Bendis' shit, basically. Powers Bureau and shit like that. But over at Vertigo, they're doing some things here and there, nothing crazy. Actually, Young Animal is doing a lot more than Vertigo is doing. I think they got Bug.
It's this musician.
It's the guy. I forget what the band he's in, but he's actually a real comic book fan. He worked in comic shops since he was a teenager.
He actually had a great indie comic called Umbrella Academy that I think they're turning into a movie for anyone that wants to check out a really unique take on superheroes or superpowers.
And I have no idea about that. It has nothing to do with Resident Evil.
No.
Okay.
No.
We shouldn't have called it that then.
Okay. I don't know if it predates Resident Evil though.
It probably doesn't.
Okay.
He's like our age.
It's better than Resident Evil. Resident Evil's stupid.
The movies are bad, but the games are great. Whatever, dude. Anyways, let's get into the main shit. I got a stack of stuff here that we're going to go through. Basically, the Oz Effect. The Oz Effect, which has their lenticular covers. They, change images, and they kind of got a 3D effect. And look, they were so nice to do it to the back as well, in case you want a little 3D advertisement on the back, too. What is the Oz Effect? Juan, have you read these?
No, I have a very specific reason for not reading them. So. Well,
I read these, so I'm going to talk about it real quick, and then Juan.
And then I'll talk about my reason for not reading it.
And Juan's going to talk about his reason for not wanting it, and then I'm going to spoil the shit out of this too. Basically, there's been a guy named Dr. Oz that has been terrorizing Superman from Rebirth.
From the get-go.
From the get-go. Basically whatever he can do to fuck with Superman, he's been doing. So who is Dr. Oz? Dr. Oz is none other than Jor-El. That's right, Superman's dad.
Did anyone actually die on Krypton at this point?
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, Superman. It's like he's the last son of Krypton. Then we get Supergirl, and then the cyborg Superman from New 52 is apparently Supergirl's dad, and then now Jor-El's alive, and and Zod too, and Zod's two people.
Yeah, everyone except Superman's mom. It's the only person that died on Krypton.
Is her name Martha?
Probably.
Martha L.
Probably.
Yeah.
They'll just all cry about Martha.
Yeah. So listen. It's written by Dan Jurgens. If you guys don't know Dan Jurgens, he's one of Juan's favorite writers.
I hate him. He's a man that killed Superman in the first place.
All right, well, listen, there you go. Jor-El, right there. He lost his left eye. I was disappointed by the reveal that it was Jor-El. Basically, the first issue is a bunch of backstory leading up to the big reveal at the end. The second issue that's out right now, it's Jor-El talking about how he survived Krypton's demise. The big rumor is that it was going to be Ozymandias.
Ozymandias from
the Watchmen, which would have made sense. He was the bad guy in Watchmen.
Right, especially we're coming up on the Doomsday Clock.
We're coming up on the Doomsday Clock, which we'll talk about in a bit. And it would have just made sense to blend the Watchmen verse with the DC universe a little more. Plus, his name is Dr. Oz.
It makes no sense. It is horrible.
It's horrible that it's Jor-El.
No, it's horrible that you're taking something like Watchmen and prostituting it.
I'm sure Alan Moore is saying the same thing.
He absolutely is.
Yes, but intellectual property, what are you going to do? Anyways, it's a shitty reveal. We'll see where they go with it. I like Dan Jurgens. What he was doing in Action Comics prior to was great. Lex Luthor being the Tony Stark of the DC universe, and and a lot of throwbacks to stuff that we loved. He, like one said, he is the guy that wrote the death, the return, and the reign of Superman, which was, a very nostalgic story. Kind of campy if you read it now, but
it's still pretty good. It holds up.
It's not bad. The Force Superman, Steel, the Eradicator, Cyborg Superman, who's one of my favorite DC villains.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Jurgens, really, he's almost at like the Brian Michael Bendis level for Marvel. For DC, he's one of those guys. He's not as good as Jeff Johns, but he's up there.
I think with his newer stuff, he's proving that he's past his prime a little bit.
I don't know. Action Comics has been good up to now.
He was an asshole to me at a con. That's why I hate him.
Okay, well, I've never met him, but I'm a fan. So, Juan, why don't you tell us why you hate Action Comics?
Well, because I turned to a page, and the first page I see is some, I guess you would call him a redneck wearing an American flag bandana, and he's about to kill a bunch of Mexicans because I guess they took her jobs. And Superman saves these Mexicans, and he asks the redneck why he's doing it. And I'm paraphrasing, and the redneck says, because
I'm offended by it. Don't call them rednecks. I'm white.
People stole something.
Stop. I'm offended by redneck. I'm a white guy. Don't say that.
I'm like a Cuban redneck. It's all good.
Don't say that about that. That hurts my feelings. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you. Go on.
So, anyways, Superman tells this redneck that
22.
he has a cold, dark heart, and then I just closed the book and decided to never read Action Comics again. There it is.
Here. This is the panel he's referring to. Just to quote it, the redneck goes, I gave everything to this company, got injured so many times on the line that I literally bled for it, but I kept on working even though it was crippling me. Then you people came along. And then the guy goes, read that because you speak Spanish.
Deténganse, por favor.
Which means what?
Please stop.
Please stop. You work cheap. Don't speak English, so you can't talk back or even ask for a penny more. You cost me my job, my livelihood. For that, you pay. Bam, 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 bam. Superman comes. Stop this.
Gracias a Dios.
Why? They stole from me, ruined me. The only person responsible for the blackness smothering your soul is you.
And that's it. That's fucking stupid.
So for that reason, you're just...
I'm not going to read it. Number one, I don't like politics. Number two...
You don't like politics?
No. I don't like politics in my comics. I don't want them in my comics.
Yeah.
Number two, it's just... You know what? I hate when they take like nuanced arguments. They turn into... It's racism and it's because they're taking... Like, that's just... Oh my... I don't want... Listen, please don't read Action Comics. Fucking piece of stupid.
Please read Action Comics.
Don't read Action Comics. Don't support that bullshit.
I say read it.
Well, that's...
I say, listen. For if anything,
yeah, you should read it. That way you sink DC.
No, don't sink DC. Read it to gain perspective, and it's a single page. First of all, so fuck one. Second of all, it's the main thing is like, first of all, these covers really are pretty cool. Second of all, it's the first time we've seen Jor-El in modern time, and it's not a flashback scene or something.
Third of all, we have a ton of it, and if we don't sell it, we're gonna take a bath. I don't give a fuck. Don't buy it.
I say buy it. It does look cool. It does look cool.
I mean, the covers look great, but but the politics, man,
it's one fucking page. Like, seriously, it's one page. You're acting like one of those fucking bitches right now.
No, you're like
oh.
There's so many comics. Like, I don't need some washed up like writer from the '90s to fucking
whatever. Okay,
come.
all right. Action Comics, The Oz Effect. Check it out. Don't check it out. Whatever. Fuck off. Anyways. All right. Secret Empire just wrapped up in Omega. Did you read this? Did you read Secret Empire?
I read the first 3 issues. It's Nick Spencer.
That's it?
It's Nick Spencer.
Right.
It was interesting. It was actually really good. It was really
Nick
interesting.
Spencer's fucking great because his run in Captain America has been phenomenal, first of all. If you guys don't know, Captain America... Let me rewind. Just picture this. It's World War II. The Nazis win, a.k.a. Hydra, okay? Because the Nazis were just a segment of Hydra. Hydra is global.
Right.
Okay? Hydra wins World War II. So the Allies, if you guys know your history, United States, Britain, Russia, believe it or not, Russia, they come together, find the cosmic cube, and rewrite history to what we know today. So, Hydra finds out about this huge falsehood, and they recapture the Cosmic Cube in modern day and rewrite history to write it back in World War II. So everybody is like, forgets what we know now, and we grew up in a Hydraverse.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cosmic Cube is scattered everywhere, and the heroes, the who are now the revolutionaries, the resistance, so say, try to put the cube back together to reset the reality to what we know today, where the Allies won World War II and not Hydra. Now, who's the ultimate victim here? It is Captain America, because Steve Rogers represented everything that was good about the Allies when really he was the supreme commander of Hydra the whole time. So what happens at the end of the day is the Cosmic Cube splits the realities into two, puts us back in the normal, but leaves Hydra Steve Rogers and regular Steve Rogers. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
So what this is this ties it all together. And it's basically, the whole book is basically a conversation between Hydra Steve Rogers and USA Steve Rogers. And it just recaps the Secret Empire. And it gives you like what are you going to believe? Whose reality is the right one? Of course, you got the USA Steve Rogers saying, well, it's mine. And the Hydra says, well, no, it's mine. And it's like, so the argument here is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So that's where we are in the Marvel Universe. It's like, who the fuck? There's two Steve Rogers now. And are we really in a world that's manipulated by the Cosmic Cube to think that the Allies won? Or are we really in a world that Hydra won? Take the red pill, take the blue pill. What do you think?
Marvel's running out of ideas.
I think it's great. You didn't even read it, so fuck off.
Well, I read the first 3 issues. Then you kept me posted because you were hyped about this book the whole time.
Because I read Captain America, and Captain America
it,
was fucking jerking me off hard.
Yeah. So, the story's really interesting. It's really great. Where does it go from here? It's just.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, that's right. Because Legacy explains.
So, basically, listen. Secret Empire was 9 books long. The first couple books went kind of quick. It's like all of a sudden you snap your fingers, we're in a Hydraverse.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened? The Secret Empire story itself felt rushed at times. But this Omega issue was amazing. Like, what a great way to tie it together. So definitely the Omegas, at least we're checking out. And it all comes back to this Kobik bitch. This fucking this Cosmic Cube girl, Kobik, from way back when, from Pleasant Hill. Mm-hmm. Which was a story I told everyone to pick up because it was going to be a big deal, and no one did. But now they're like, who's this Kobik bitch? So anyway, after Secret Empire, Marvel had the Generations one-shots. Yeah. Which were basically the current versions of our heroes encountering the past versions of our heroes, a.k.a. Riri Williams, Ironheart, meeting Iron Man Year 1.
Right.
Jane Foster Thor meeting Mighty Thor Year 1.
Right.
So there's one-shots. But it all comes down to Legacy right here, which just came out this past week. Mm-hmm. And I fucking loved it. I fucking love this book. It's written by
Jason
Aaron, who's Mighty Thor.
Yeah, he does Thor. Southern Bastards on Image.
It's great. It's great. Covers by Joe Quesada, former editor-in-chief. And it's bringing me back to the Marvel Universe I know and love, I think. Spoilers. First of all, Wolverine is back. Not Old Man Logan. Wolverine.
The Wolverine that was encased in adamantium in the Death of Wolverine like 2-3 years ago.
Yes, he is back.
He's back.
He is back. We didn't see a lot. We just saw a panel of his claws slicing and dicing somebody.
Yeah.
But he is back. But more importantly, the Fantastic Four are fucking back, dude.
Super excited.
The whole book is narrated by this person. We don't know who it is. By the end of the book, we found out it's Val Richards.
Right.
Daughter of
Sue and Reed,
yeah. And it also there's a panel with Human Torch and Thing saying, do you think they forgot about us?
Right. That was fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, Marvel is coming out with a
and
Human
Thing
Torch.
shoots the panel. I loved it. The Thing shoots the flare, the Fantastic
Floor Fair. And Marvel is coming out with a Human Torch thing mini series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're going to do that, and then we'll probably see I'm going to predict we're going to see a Fantastic Four book in 2018.
I hope so.
Probably not till mid to late 2018, but definitely 2018. We're going to see one. Bruce Banner is going to come back.
I don't remember seeing that part.
It wasn't here. It was in another book. I forget which one.
One of the
one
shots.
I don't know if it was in one of the one shots or the Secret Empire, maybe, or it might have been in Weapons of Mutant Destruction. I don't know. Either way, Bruce Banner's coming back. Jean Grey's finally coming back.
Jean Grey is back, right?
And they're gonna actually have it's a mini series as well.
What do you think of the whole Deadpool scene?
What happened in the Deadpool scene?
He was just he was in a shitter confessing crimes.
Oh, I don't know. He killed Coulson.
I will tell you this.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm actually a little excited now for this 1 million BC Avengers.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. It debuted the Avengers from back in the day. So here's who it is. It's Starbrand,
right,
from the dinosaur era, which Starbrand protects the Earth. That's his goal. It's the Ghost Rider of that era. It's the Phoenix of that era. It's Odin, which apparently Odin and Phoenix have a thing going on.
Yeah, it seems like.
Yeah. It's the Ghost Rider of that era.
You said that.
Did I?
Also the Sorcerer Supreme.
The Sorcerer. I know it's Agamotto.
Agamotto, yeah.
Yeah. And who did we forget anybody?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yeah, the Black Panther of that era.
And Iron Fist.
Well, fuck Iron Fist. I don't think anybody likes Iron Fist from the Netflix show. And they talk about a Celestial.
Yeah, they do.
Who's buried in planet Earth.
Right.
So, which is going to have a big deal to do with the legacy story as well.
It kind of bothers me that it seems like Loki is going to be central to the story.
Loki is a part of it, but I'm not surprised. I mean, Jason Aaron's writing it. He's a Thor guy, obviously. I don't know. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. Issue 1 was great.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's definitely worth the read. If you like classic Marvel, you're going to love this book.
Yeah.
Legacy number 1. I only have number 2 because number 1 is sold out. But
Number
this
one
is Dark Knight's Metal. And this is the big DC event. We've talked about it a few times. Basically, there's a dark multiverse opposite of ours. And it has a lot to do with the Nth metal, which Hawkman has, and another metal. And Batman, of course, is over-paranoid and feels he has to do everything on his own. And he needs to discover the metal or whatever the fuck it is, you know. Oh, thanks, Batsy. We have a reprint. Because the first printing is sold out. Because it was that good, apparently. It's written by Scott Snyder.
Now, is this universe, because I haven't gotten to the Dark Knight yet, metal, is this universe different from the one with the Crime Syndicate?
Yes.
The one that we saw in Forever Evil.
Yes.
So this is a different universe.
Yes.
Same concept.
Similar, I would say. But this one focuses on Batman. Batman is the central figure of all these different dark universes, apparently. Which leads to the one-shots. The one-shots are fucking amazing. This one just came out this week, The Murder Machine. Batman the Murder Machine. It's got a little nice metal
thing. It's like evil Batman Cyborg.
Yes, and then Red Death.
Evil Batman Flash.
Okay, so you say to yourself, this is stupid. Why the fuck should Batman and Cyborg be one? Why the fuck should Flash and Batman be one? I thought the same thing. You know, I was like, this is dumb. I fucking read it, and it's genius. First of all, the one-shots are not written by Scott Snyder, which I'm glad. I'm really not... the metal story is okay, but it's not blowing my skirt up. The one-shots are great. They're actually written by the guys that write the books. So the guy that writes Flash wrote Red Death. The guy that writes Cyborg wrote Murder Machine. And basically what it is each one of these Earths from this dark multiverse is... The world is ending. Each one of them, for whatever reason it is. And Batman feels the responsibility to save the world. And in each world, he betrays a Justice League member to inherit their powers. So, like here, in this one, spoilers, like, he kills the Flash and steals the Speed Force from him.
Okay.
In this one, he kills everybody and basically becomes Brother Eye from, like, Future's End.
Right.
You know? And underlining in all these books is the man who laughs, which is the evil Batman Joker with the crazy fucking Robins on chains.
Can't wait for that.
Okay? Which that's coming out too. So they're doing some... It's dark. It's fucking dark.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely a good read. We'll see what Scott Snyder does here. There's so much going on. There's so much backstory that it might be difficult for a new reader to get into the metal thing.
Have you been reading the other tie-ins, not the one-shots, but like the Suicide Squad?
Yes, I have.
How do
They're
you feel
great.
about those? Because sometimes people, like with these big events, they skip the tie-ins.
The tie-ins are great. Basically what it is you have Batman Bruce Wayne and Batman in our universe has disappeared.
Yeah.
And the Bat family, Nightwing, all Suicide Squad, all those people, they're Harley Quinn. They're trying to locate Batman. He's at Gotham City in the center, but Gotham City has become a maze. And each level of the maze is inherited by a different villain that was given a metal playing card by the Man Who Laughs, the evil Joker Batman.
Right.
Okay? So each issue in the tie-in is confronting a different Bat villain to conquer that level of the maze to get closer to the center to do Bruce
Right.
Wayne. So the first one was Teen Titans. They fought the Riddler. Second one is Nightwing. They're fighting Mr. Freeze. Suicide Squad just came out. So it's actually
Well, that's actually really interesting.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely worth checking out. It's not some bullshit tie-in that means nothing. And again, this Man Who Laughs is a big deal. We'll see what happens. I'm interested.
When's that one coming out?
Not for a while still. It's one of the last ones to come
What's
out.
next week's book?
I don't remember.
What's the tie-in? Rich, what's next week's books? It's the white Batman, or
the White Batman?
what do they call him? White Knight, or
Why are you racist?
no, I'm not being
kidding. I'm
racist.
kidding.
That's what they call him.
Yeah.
I hate white people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Rednecks, right? Yeah.
They took our jobs. Have you seen South Park this season?
No, I haven't, but I've seen clips on it. They did an episode on The Wall.
Yeah.
They did an
Dawnbreaker.
Who's Dawnbreaker?
Who's Dawnbreaker? Wonder Woman. Doomsday, no.
Yeah.
So Dawnbreaker comes out this week. We'll see who it is.
They're all
but-
good. They're all good. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Anyways, so Dark Knight Metal. I brought this book out, Iceman.
I wasn't into all these X-Men reboots, man. I started to read them.
Listen, I read Cable. Cable was great. It's a time travel story. Thank
Like
fucking
X-Men
God.
Blue is doing really well, and I don't understand. I thought it was
X-Men Blue is
Horrible.
basically the young X-Men, and then you have all
Yeah.
new X-Men as well, which is good too. It's good. Jean Grey's good actually. It's about her, trying to conquer the Phoenix
Yeah.
Force. Cable's a time travel story. Iceman I'm highlighting because obviously they revealed a couple years ago that Iceman is gay.
Mhm.
This is a story that tackles that. So if you're really into, books that are more on the liberal side that tackle social issues, and you don't think that there's enough of it in comic books, this is your book right here. And it's actually not bad. It's actually a good book. And it's definitely worth checking out. So check out Iceman if you're into that. I just wanted to put that out there. Weapons of Mutant Destruction. This has been out for quite some time. The story is actually over. I put
Yeah.
it out there, though, because it debuted the Hulk-Wolverine combo.
right,
This
which is
story-
Batch H, right?
What?
Batch
Batch
H,
H.
right.
And this
Okay.
is actually it was a great story. And when the trade comes out, you guys should get it. And,
Yeah.
and the story continues in
The,
Weapon
the
X.
issues are like $10 a piece for the cheapest ones.
So good. This was
Insane.
so good. And Weapon X that teams up. It's Sabretooth, Wolverine, Domino, Lady
Yeah.
Deathstrike, and Warpath.
Yeah, it's great. My problem was the reason why I didn't get into this story. I read that one. I hate Totally Awesome Hulk.
Amadeus Cho sucks a fat dick.
Yeah.
He's so lame, and it's part of the reason why Marvel has had a problem lately. But if you could look past his fucking cocky millennial demeanor, it's a great book.
Okay.
Weapons of Mutant Destruction, the whole series was great, and Weapon X is great, which
Well, tell
continues
him
on.
with Batch H, it's basically the Hulk with Wolverine's claws, right?
And adamantium and,
And
healing
adamantium.
factor.
That's insane.
Yes.
Like, how much more powerful could you be?
You can't now, and
We forgot to talk about that in the Legacy thing.
what?
The Marvel Legacy. Hulk gets a call
When did Hulk get to call?
from his home planet.
Oh yeah,
come back,
Scar,
yeah.
Scar, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, Planet Hulk.
Such a great
Yeah.
book. Everyone needs to pick up that book.
Legacy, yeah. Here's the big one. At least for me, it's the big one. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. This book has been out for 6 weeks now?
Yeah.
Maybe 6, 7 weeks. It's actually done. The last issue just came out.
Yeah, it's a 5-part
It's a
miniseries.
5-part miniseries. This came out, I thought it was just another bullshit Deadpool series,
Which is why I never read it.
which is about him just going around killing a bunch of people and who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? No.
I'm very upset about this reveal.
This is the prequel to Mark Millar's Old Man Logan.
Can you fucking believe that?
It is not confirmed. There's no official statement that says this is the prequel to Mark Millar's Old Man Logan.
This is such bullshit, Marvel. Like, that's one of my favorite stories of all time. A lot of people love Old Man Logan. Shit, they made the movie, right? They made a second Old Man Logan. They brought him fucking back to the Marvel Universe, and they released a Deadpool book as a prequel. Bullshit.
And they don't say it.
They don't say anything. And in fact, you don't start getting hints of that till issue 3.
Yeah, about issue 3. So, this is my theory.
You hear that, Landis?
This is. Hold on one second. Hold on. Talk to the audience for a second. Talk to them.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Talk to them.
Fucking again, man. I don't really have much to say. I don't like to talk that much, believe it or not. I do this because, like, they make me.
No, it's not there.
I hope all you guys are doing well.
We're number 3.
We had an interesting discussion about suicide yesterday. And I realized I could never commit suicide because I'm too patient. Are we done? Can you come back, please? Like, I said everything I had to about suicide.
Wait, we have hey guys, thanks for carrying Sidewinder. I'm giving the word out about your place.
Oh yeah, Sidewinder. We would like to see, do we have another one? Any more left on this? Again, we're really big on promoting local. I'll wait till he comes back. I can't really do this. This is really fucking awkward for me. What should I talk about?
Keep talking.
So sometimes I don't know if I actually have emotions, and
Do you have a 3 or 5?
I'm really confused. Like, for instance, like, do I actually love my children, or do I love my children because a father's supposed to love his children? And it really plays tricks on me. I'm constantly trying to figure out if what I feel is what I actually feel, if any of my emotions are real, or if I'm just like the things that society has told me that I'm supposed to be. So I don't really know if I even actually exist. Like, when you think about yourself as an individual, like, deep down, what are you actually? Like, you're just a construct of your situations, like what your situations made you, but you're not a real person. You're not. What do you really consider reality? What do you consider self? And that's what I've been like dealing with lately. I kind of also figured out that's probably why no one likes me. Are we done?
Keep going. No.
I miss drugs. I do. I think alcohol was a good way to do that. And then I started throwing up blood one day and decided I shouldn't drink it much.
Hey! That's that. Hey, Sidewinder. Talk about that.
So Sidewinder, the guy that does this book is he comes to the shop and picks it up. We love supporting our local artists, guys, and you guys should too. Again, like Red Lens is one book that we've been supporting. Sidewinder's another. Check it out, give it a chance, and please subscribe to it. Let them know that we support them, and maybe coming up on one of our sales, we could even have them here. So pick this up, guys. Please look it up. It's on Antarctic Press, which is one of those indie publishers, and they're pretty good. And Trump's on the back of it. Check that out.
That's all you got to say?
Yeah, of course. That's all I got to say.
Shut up. All right, sorry. Are we good?
Yeah. This one.
All right, so sorry, we had some technical difficulties there actually, but basically, listen. So Sidewinder, as Juan mentioned, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, prequel to Old Man Logan. So why do you say that? Okay, so you read issue 1, blah blah blah. He's just killing a bunch of people. Gambit dies in panel 1, big deal. Okay. Deadpool is whatever. He's being manipulated by people, we don't know who. The people that are trying to capture Deadpool, Jessica Jones, Kate Bishop, Punisher, Cable, Moon Knight, and Misty Knight. And so whatever, they're all going in here, blah, 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 blah. The whole issue 1 is just him killing a bunch of people. Who the fuck cares? And then at the very end of issue 1, we reveal who is controlling the mind of Deadpool. It is the Red Skull, Abomination, Magneto, Doctor Doom.
No.
Basically the Cabal. Still doesn't really tell us it's Old Man Logan related though.
Right.
Okay? issue 2 comes along, okay? And we're going through it, blah, blah, blah. They're investigating. This is basically Deadpool kills the whole Spider family. He kills Spider-Man, he kills Miles Morales, Spider-Woman, he kills Venom, blah, blah, blah. Who cares, right? Still no reveal that it's really, you know, all that. So, and then it really just cuts to the whole, you know, Cabal thing again because Gwenpool is investigating the Cabal. Still, no reveal about the fact that, you know, it's Old Man Logan related. Issue 3 we don't have. That's when it spoils it. Because that's where he goes to kill the fucking X-Men. He goes to Westchester. Mm-hmm. He goes to kill all the X-Men. He kills a bunch of them. He kills Jubilee, he kills all the young X-Men. Basically, Generation X, he just kills them all. But then he finds Nightcrawler's already dead. Storm is already dead. Mm-hmm. Rogue is already dead. Colossus is already dead. And he says, there's claw marks in them. Don't tell me they got to him, too. The first clue right there. Because, as you know, if you read Old Man Logan, Wolverine was tricked into thinking that the X-Men were someone else, and he killed them all. Okay? Right. You with me so far? Alright. Number 4 comes along, and again, it's just Deadpool killing a bunch of people. He's in like in an Ultron body, and he actually kills Cable and Misty Knight and all those people. And then the Mad Thinker is in here, or the Tinkerer, I mean, and he like reveals the plan and says that, oh, we were just brainwashing, you know, Deadpool and all stuff like that.
So I'm guessing it doesn't kill Hawkeye, right?
No, they don't kill Hawkeye. No,
makes sense.
Yeah, and so Gwenpool and Deadpool fight each other, and Gwenpool's like, "What the fuck, man? You're like killing everybody. You're being brainwashed." And Deadpool ends up killing Gwenpool, you know. And then, but he knows he's wrong. He's like, "Bring on the bad guys," you know. And then it says here, Gwenpool says to him, "It's not you. You killed us all, but it wasn't you. The supervillains finally got organized, took us all out." Which was the whole thing we learned in Old Man Logan.
Right.
The villains got organized and took out all the heroes. And then in book 5, Deadpool's like, "I'm going after the villains," and he finally goes after all the villains that have been, you know, that were brainwashing him. He kills fucking Bullseye and Carnage. He goes to kill Magneto, but Magneto's like, "I joined up with him because I thought it would have worked out in my favor. I wanted to do it for the better mutant kind. I didn't know everyone was gonna fucking die though, you know." And Deadpool's like, "Well, I'm not gonna kill you. You know, you deserve to live with this bullshit, which is worse than death." Okay, so Deadpool goes on and he goes to confront the Red Skull, okay, who's the ultimate villain in Old Man Logan, okay, and you know, he goes and he fights him, and basically Deadpool chops off Red Skull's head. So then you're like, maybe this isn't the prequel to Old Man Logan, but the Red Skull keeps talking. He says the age of heroes is over. You helped bring it to its end. There's no redemption for what you've done. You cannot even be sure you have succeeded in killing me. And so basically Deadpool is like being his crazy self and hallucinating. He didn't really kill the Red Skull because we see him later on in the final part of Old Man Logan when Logan goes to fight him. But motherfuck me, man. This is the prequel.
So that's like the explanation to how all these heroes died.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And
man, they should have made a bigger event out of this.
They should have made it. They should have made a huge deal out of it.
That would have been great.
You know? Now, whether or not Marvel actually endorses this...
Yeah, they might not. It might not be canon.
You know, I don't know, but...
I would love to see how Ant-Man died.
I forget.
Because he dies in his giant form, remember?
No, that was Giant Man.
Giant Man.
No, they killed Ant-Man because he killed him with a magnifying glass.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah. So, it's great. You know, if you could pick up Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, do it. We are out of some of the issues. I won't lie to you. I mean, we can't get them either. Maybe people are...
It's written by Colin Bunn, which should have been... it should have sparked something in me to have bought it, but...
Why? What has he done?
Colin Bunn's a great writer. I think he did X-Men. I mean, Wolverine for a while.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he does a lot of indie books.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm glad we talked about comics. We don't get to talk about comics much.
Yeah.
So... a lot of good things happen in comics. Read the indie books, read the Marvel books, read the DC books. Pick up Weapons of Mutant Destruction, pick up Action Comics, pick up Legacy, pick up Metal. Try to find Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And
we still have a few of the issues. I know we have a ton of number 1 and 2s.
Yeah, we have a lot of number 1s and number 2s, a couple number 4s. I think we're out of 3 and 5.
Yeah.
And then the next big event is Doomsday Clock, which is
before Doomsday Clock. So the Marvel Legacy was the one shot. right, for this week.
Yes.
Starting next week, all the Marvel lenticulars start coming out.
Yes.
All the Marvel lenticulars are tie-ins to the Legacy.
And it's basically a mass relaunch of all their titles.
Right. So even though the covers are really cool, it's obviously a gimmick. They're trying to get you to buy the books and pay for them. But they're all, the way that you know they're a tie-in to the Legacy event is because they will be lenticular. All the lenticulars are tie-ins.
Yeah. And it's a good starting point. If you want to pick up a Marvel book and you just don't know what the fuck, like, get them right now.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a good starting point.
And the lenticulars are really cool.
They're really cool. They're like throwbacks to like
they're homage covers,
like amazing covers from back in the day with some new elements that go back and forth between each
right.
other. And then Doomsday Clock comes in November, I think it is.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
Which is the huge DC event. Jeff Johns' return to writing comics in Justice League. And it's basically going to merge Watchmen with the DC Universe officially.
It's basically Superman against
Dr.
Manhattan.
Yes. But the cover of #1 is a Rorschach design but of the Trinity mixed into
the symbols of the Trinity being Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So, a lot of good things happening. Come check out comics. Also want to say, we just got this adorable Yummy World burrito. Like, how can you not... First of all, I love burritos and tacos. How can you not fall in love with this? Like, look at it. It's cute, right?
I don't know, man.
I mean, it could be it could be a horse sex toy too, but still, it's I'm jamming. No,
I mean it's a burrito, man.
I think it's super good, and they're super soft. I mean, Juan likes to sleep on them sometimes.
I do go to sleep on them.
Yeah. So check it out. The Yummy,
how's the baby?
The Yummy World stuff is great. I love it. Batsy hates it.
Can't stand it.
Yeah, but one day some chick's gonna be like, "Oh, I think it's so cute."
Shut up.
And then he'll be like, "I like it too."
Not gonna happen.
It's cute, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Korka Comics on YouTube, and you can find us. Subscribe to it.
Something cool.
What?
If you're gonna show anything, why are you showing the stupid burrito? How about the new boxes that we got?
Cause whatever. We're getting more, so we'll do that another time. Yeah, the burrito's great. Get the burrito, get the comics. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Korka Comics on YouTube. You'll find us. Subscribe. We got 2 stores, one on 107th and 8th Street in Miami, across the street from FIU. Another one on Pines Boulevard, just east of University, across from Perry Airport. For Atomic Pop featuring Fat Man and Little Boy, I am Stephen Korka.
I don't know if I exist.
And I'm going to get up and stop it because our at Susan Fed is in here just doing cinematography, and Rich is preoccupied. You can talk to the camera while I'm going up there.
Figures at you.
Because I don't like time passing. Like before you know it, you're dead. So are you even existing now? Or are you already dead? You just don't know it. You know.
Wait. We got a couple questions, Juan, that you could probably ask. Okay, I answer it. We have Titan Expo. We know who that is, right? It's Roush.
Mm-hmm.
Roush says, "Can we get Juan to model Princess Leia clothes again?"
Sure, for Halloween, if you guys want to, I will dress up as Slave Leia again. I did that a couple years ago and stopped because of something that happened that day. So,
all right, another one. Roush also says, "Who would win in a fight, the Red Skull or Juan with special armpit powers?"
I don't know what armpit powers would be. Usually, I keep my armpits pretty fresh. I take a lot of showers a day. I don't think it's healthy for me, but my armpits smell pretty good. I do use women's deodorant. So, like, what ended up happening is, you remember the commercials for Secret, like, strong enough for a man but designed for a woman? And I'm like, bullshit, this is strong enough for a man. And I took it as a challenge, and I fell in love with Secret Powder Fresh.
Johnny_Martinez says, "Do you guys still have Generation Spider-Man?"
We do have Generation Spider-Man, the Miles Morales and Peter Parker. We have plenty. We do have both covers. You're more than welcome to call. We can put one aside for you, but we definitely have plenty here.
All right, and DJ Ease1 says, "Feed it to Batsy, the burrito."
Yeah. No.
That's a great idea.
Nope.
Feed him something. Anyways.
No.
All right, kids.